Hey everybody, welcome back to session 35 of Terrador's Trespass to Shadow Alliance. We're actually celebrating 2 birthdays today. Birthday boy Jesse had his 1,007th birthday on September 1st. And Danica turned 4'11" on August 31st. And so send us a rose, send us some money. Because we're here and this takes a lot of our time and effort, and they're working on their birthdays. So anyway, last week
what the fuck is going on?
So out of pocket.
For reference. Oh my god, I wrote like 18 referrals today. I'm a teacher, I wrote like 18 referrals. Anyway, whew, it's been a long day. Last week left off. Our group woke up at Inside Mansion and we spent 4 hours of their morning together just role-playing. Sort of straight from the moment they woke up until 4 hours after they woke up. Over in Ace, I made breakfast. Maverick revealed his deal, and everyone pledged to help him, except for Kiana. Leading to a tearful scene between Lorik and Cyrus. Kiana was being super weird, and Superman announced a marriage intention and the official loss of her brother, causing concern and wary support from everyone. Lorik's spirit Hope died, but was revivified by Kiana. Theo remembers none of these people. Bart, oh my gosh. Bart helps Kiana and lets his dad settle in, and Heidi and Azai have a sweet moment before Azai leaves everyone behind to rest and recover in his house while he goes back to return to the council. Today is still Frostbloom 23, mid-morning. And Kiana's party is tonight. Her 3rd birthday party is tonight. But first, the moment that we actually left off was some elves and an Eladrin have just entered Azai's mansion and tackled Theo in a hug. Theo, you're tackled into a hug by Autumn, Trander, and Eva, who you do not know. But you see these 2 elves and Autumn, this Eladrin. Eva is like the shorter, stouter elf girl who, when she starts talking, you can hear she sounds super congested. And Trander is like this elven guy. He's a little bit bigger. Looks kind of mean. And Autumn is this very beautiful, like graceful Eladrin based around fall, if you can believe it. And you get tackled fully to the ground by these people, but it doesn't feel aggressive, like have vague memories of or a vague understanding of. It feels like nice, like it feels like they're trying to just hug you. And so you're knocked to the ground. Theo! Oh, we knew it! We knew you weren't dead. They all said you were. We knew that you wouldn't be. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Theo, we missed you so much. And they're hugging you. Okay, guys, get off of her. And whoever was there at the door would see this too, as they kind of scramble back a little bit. Theo, we knew you weren't dead. You're here! Oh gosh, you'll have to tell us all about it. Man, they said, the princess announced before she went missing that you had died, but we knew that couldn't be true, that you wouldn't just, I don't know, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was your time, and I can't wait to hear all about it. What answers did you find out? What do you know now? This is Autumn.
Can you give me a minute? And then I run away.
Oh. 1 second.
I'm bored. This she can kind of go, that's all gonna make sense soon, I think, maybe. I assume you guys are, some of Theo's followers. Do you want to wait in the kitchen? Maybe, well, I think they ate all the biscuits, but we might be able to find something. Just
And
sort of this way.
Who else was here in the general area? Lorik was. Maverick. Is that true? Had Maverick already? I thought he had gone off by himself, or was he back?
Everyone should be in the area.
Okay, cool. Well, then everyone except for Theo and Heidi,
And
you
Jim.
guys know these people. And Jim. At least vaguely you know these people. Even, like, Kiana recognizes them. She's not going to talk right now, but she does recognize them. And you guys would recognize these people as you met them very briefly, or at least heard about them in great detail, at the Monk Academy. Eva was supposed to be Theo's roommate, who you did meet briefly in the forest after you saved her from the vampire. Trandur you briefly met after you saved him from the vampire, and Autumn was in all of that forest fire junk nonsense. So all of you except for Theo and Heidi know these people. Heidi, you might, depending on how closely you would have been following and doing.
I don't think she would have known the monks specifically.
Megan, can you move closer to your camera and more central?
Yeah, Bill. Sorry, we're across the room. I don't think Heidi would have known them specifically.
Okay. But yeah, they kind of go, oh yeah, of course, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Well, it's just we were so excited and we got word that maybe she had been spotted in a nearby town, and so we were. Well, anyway, we were in Varanth anyway because we've been looking for months. But and this is Autumn doing all the talking. Trandur's he looks slightly pissed off to be here. And Eva just looks super nervous.
This is
Okay.
awkward.
Right. Well, we've been doing some envoy things, and they've been a little bit, more stressful than usual. So, if you three can just wait, in the kitchen, and then I'm sure, Theo will rejoin us in a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure she just had to go talk to Rindoshi really quick, so.
Yeah.
And so they'll kind of with just a real ease of confidence, all three of them walk into the kitchen and kind of sit at bar stools and start picking at the breakfast that I left behind. And if you were paying any attention, or if you were anywhere nearby, you would hear Eva going, I mean, I know that this house belongs to the council member, but this would be quite a nice place for Theo to kind of make her base of operations. I mean, it's not really in Imperia, but we can't really use the old school, because it's destroyed. And I mean, if she's in Varanth, that's where Monk is. You know what I mean? And it's if she goes back to Imperia, then that's where Monk stuff would be. But maybe we don't have to do it in the mountains, where it's cold. Maybe we could it's a little warmer here. It's just this kind of conversation. Trandur going, I don't know. I think that the whole purpose of being a monk is that you have to, persevere through harsh conditions. Eva, not that you know anything about that, you climate control freak. And you have to... So, obviously, what Theo just hasn't revealed to you yet is that we're all going to go back to Imperia, and this was just a test. This was some kind of trial that I passed and you guys didn't. And it's this conversation going on.
I think Cyrus is just gonna turn and look at Maverick and be like, what are we gonna do? Should you go after her? What do I say to them? Because if I say something to them, I'm just gonna tell them right out, and that's not gonna be good for anybody.
No, I don't think you should talk to them at all, actually.
I'm glad that we agree on this.
I'll go.
You shouldn't talk to them.
I'll go talk to Theo. Yeah, and see Just don't let them take the place over as a base operations, whatever they called it.
Not my problem.
And he is just gonna go find Theo.
Where would Maverick find Theo?
I honestly just think she's in the hallway, like a hallway over, and is just like, just staring out a window.
He slowly approaches. Hey, you ran off there for a moment. Everything good?
I'm not gonna lie to them, but I didn't know they were coming, so I just needed a minute to stare outside and prepare myself for whatever reaction they will have. And I do not know them.
They seem pretty dead set on whatever you decide being true. So it's gonna go wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm exactly afraid of it going wrong. They're coming to me for some sort of answer. And it kind of sounds like before I even died this first time that I didn't have it figured out. So I can't really go off of anything anyone's told me so far. Because it wasn't right yet. And I have to go tell them that. There's nothing else to say, but I still have to do it.
Yeah. Well, they're in the kitchen.
Is everyone else in the kitchen?
I hope not. I think the rest of
They
them
should go somewhere else.
Yeah, we can find somewhere else to go. And you can talk.
Aza has a nice backyard. You should go take them out there
Take them on a
and
walk.
do something.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll snag him. We can go outside. Yeah, well, let me know if there's anything else you want me to do. I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, oh, I found these earlier, and he digs in his pocket, and he pulls out, like, his hand. He's like, do you want one of...
What is this?
It's a Werther's Original Caramel. Do you want one?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay. And he... No way. The universe. And he just hands Theo one, pops open like 3, shoves them in his mouth, and goes, okay, I'm gonna go get him. And walks off
Alright.
and goes, take everyone
Thank
home.
you.
Welcome.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah. I go take everyone on a walk. We go play fetch outside. I don't know, really.
All right. So everybody heads outside. Theo, do you head into the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to take this Werther's Original out of my mouth before I start speaking. Hold on. I'll eat it later. However long it takes to eat one of those, that's how long it takes for Theo to show up in the kitchen. It's like 7 minutes.
Okay, amazing. You guys, sorry, I lost my place. Okay, amazing. You guys, go. And Theo enters the kitchen, and you see, again, these 3 people, 2 elves and an Eladrin, sitting on bar stools.
I'll go and sit next to them, or around them, near them, and I'll just... I died in hell.
We know.
Rindoshi brought me back. I don't remember anything. I don't know your names.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, I want to introduce myself to the prophet first. No, me. And Trender goes, I'm Trender. I used to bully you, but now I'm nice.
How?
How did I bully you?
Yeah.
Mostly just making fun of you, and like sometimes you would pay me at the school store and I wouldn't actually give you the pencils you bought.
That sucks.
Well, I'm a changed man now. Only took getting kidnapped by a vampire, am I right? Ha!
Okay.
I'm Eva. I guess you don't remember this, but you and I used to be roommates, and we were roommates for 4 years because that's how long I was at the Bug Academy. But you were actually there for like 75 years before that. It was pretty cemented as your room, and then I just did my duffel bag onto my side.
Okay. Was the room nice?
Your side of the room was really nice. Mine just had one poster of Bartolomeo over it.
Oh, I know that guy.
I know. We've had this conversation before, and I already met him.
Do you want to meet him again?
Maybe later. I'd kind of rather talk to you.
Okay. Yeah, no, not right now. He doesn't have. He's on a walk.
And then, as you look over, even Trenders seem psyched. Awesome. They're so down for whatever you say, 100% in. But, Autumn, who you haven't actually heard the name of yet, looks a little bit, like, crestfallen. And you look over it and she says, you don't remember any of us.
No. I didn't remember anyone. I woke up in the Varanth Wilderness, and most of the envoy was there, and we were all bloody, and I woke up not knowing anyone.
Well, we met way back at the Tashad Ball, which was months ago now, and I bought you a drink, and at the time I worked for an organization that did not like you, but then I met you, and so I switched sides and became a monk. I won't explain all the paladin, the holy war that was going on in it. You'll get it in time, but I was on the wrong side of it. You kind of called me to be more neutral, and then we were fighting in the forest battle together, and I got pretty beat up, and it was in the infirmary. He came and sat with me for a little bit, and let me, kind of told me I could tag along. I guess we wrote a couple letters after that, but I guess I don't really know the youth that well.
Were we close?
No, but we were something like it. I guess we could have been, but and we can be. But sorry, this just wasn't what I was expecting. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Your reaction is actually a lot more of what I was expecting. I don't really know what's going on over there.
And they're like actively arm wrestling and like doing little monk moves to no, her
Do you think she remembers how to backflip?
her reaction to my name was cooler. And she's like, yeah, they're pretty gung ho, I guess. But maybe that's because they've been monks their whole lives, and
people keep telling there are more monks.
So many more.
Are they all like that?
No.
It's fine if they are. I just need to be prepared.
No, I don't think so. Even Trander, because they knew you, before everything, they kind of became the leaders, and they just, it's a certain personality, I guess, that they have, so that they can keep everybody excited and whatever. Honestly, a lot of the Trinkle are pretty solemn and serious and focused, meditative and that kind of thing. I guess they're outside.
All of them?
Like a mile from here, they set up some tents and stuff out in the wilderness. They're they're in distance if you need them, but we didn't want to, even when we thought that you knew who we were.
I don't know necessarily if it's helpful, but I am sorry. It's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that even though I'm assuming I've lost some sort of progress in this, in getting reset and revived and everything. But I still want to try.
I don't know. I don't see it that way, I guess. And again, I'm newer to this, so I wouldn't claim to know more about anything. But the path that we follow, Theo, it's all about an inner journey of navigating your inner self, and it's our understanding that if what Princess Kiana said can be trusted, that you gave your life in dedication to Rendoshi or something like that. And obviously he revived you, and I don't know, there's some amount of progress just in that, in this total act of devotion and sacrifice and faith. I mean, you said yourself you didn't know anything about what being one true mom, but you were still willing to die for him. And I can't imagine that Rendoshi would reset you or allow you to be reset unless a higher purpose.
That's a better mindset. I like it.
And I feel silly trying to give you wisdom and advice when you have a direct pipeline to the source of all wisdom, but regardless.
You are talking to me like I am a person.
You are a person. I mean, you're a person with a direct pipeline to God, but a person.
And that's how I want to stay.
You guys are like sitting across the counter island from each other. I'm imagining Theo's like standing on one side and leaning against it. Autumn's sitting on the stool on the other side. There's like remnants of breakfast and a stale cup of coffee sitting between, and it feels, Theo, it feels like something you've never experienced, because it feels like grabbing coffee with an old friend. It feels like catching up with somebody you haven't seen in a long time. And you have no frame of reference that you know of to compare to that. But it feels good. It feels warm. And it feels way more authentic than what even Trander have given you. And she, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, but have you heard anything else from Radoshi since?
I'm gonna be so real. I don't remember. I didn't. I haven't. That's what I thought. Yeah. I haven't. But I also haven't tried. Yeah, kind of. I'm kind of just. It's like day 2 of being awake here. 2 or 3. So I'm at least trying to get some bearings, I think, first before trying actively.
Well, then you can certainly say no. But I was going to ask if you'd meditate with me. I've been trying to reach Rendoshi
I can.
for a while, and even just for some comfort. I think I might feel it more if maybe you helped me.
Sure. Yeah, we can try. It's fine.
And she reaches a hand across the table and I'll give it to you. Yes. Take hands. And what do you think it looks like when Theo kind of meditates sitting here? Autumn's day?
I think it's instead of like leaning against the counter anymore, it's like upright posture, hands kind of like whatever, eyes closed. Yeah.
And both of your breathings start to slow. Give me a religion check with advantage.
What a fool I am. Where is my folder?
What a fool I am.
Foolish D&D player does not have character sheet out. Get up there. Religion check with advantage.
Yeah.
That is a 14.
You close your eyes, your breathing starts to slow, and this is mostly muscle memory. You don't have any active memory of learning how to meditate properly. And so it takes you a minute to kind of get back into the groove of it. But eventually, slow. You open your eyes and you are in this beautiful garden that Theo, you've been in once before you resurrected, and you open your eyes and you see that Autumn's hands are still in yours, and she goes, "We're in a place. Every time I've ever meditated, it's just like a feeling. Oh, we're in a place." And you turn, and you turn, and you see Rendoshi levitating in midair, cross-legged, fingers out.
I tap her shoulder. I'm like,
And Jesse's gonna play Rendoshi.
At this point, Rendoshi is just like I said, meditating midair, just eyes closed, keeping to his own. The pond with the orbs that are floating in the background is waterfalls, gardens, all that good stuff. Well, you gonna say anything?
oh, I thought you were gonna see my hand do this with your eyes closed.
I do have lots of power, but that's not one of them, unfortunately. Oh, you brought a friend. This is new.
Oh, Rendoshi, it is. Wow. Hello.
Oh, whatever that does.
But monks.
Sure. Monks.
Monks.
I'm kind of. This doesn't really happen. Typically, I only have one at a time here. Welcome. Can I get you anything?
Did you? Was I not supposed to do this?
Oh, no, it's completely chill. I don't care. It's just it's never been done, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Didn't know that could be
The god of the monks. The god of the monks just asked if he could get me anything.
Oh yeah.
Inner peace.
We got water. We got Celsius energy drinks. We got some owlbear milk. Anything that you can.
No, I'm okay on. And she just kind of goes quiet, like full shock.
So, what brings you here, Theo?
Well, I haven't seen you since I died.
That was a bummer.
I don't remember it, but I heard that it was. Thought it would be good to say hi. I had been avoiding it for a few days, but also mainly because I am in some guy's mansion right now, which I assume you knew that. And then Autumn said she's never connected to you, or spoken directly, not connected. And so I thought, why not?
Very few have. It's a whole one true monk thing. But let's see. So it is true. I was able to bring you back, but yet your memory's gone.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a you thing or if it's because of hell. So apparently I remembered some things in hell, but then we got out and I didn't remember anything. And that's where we are now. I don't remember anything before that.
I see. The Hells are a very mysterious place, and they have their own power just like I have mine. And although your memory might be gone, Theo, your spirit is still a part of you. And I'm actually very glad that you came to talk to me, because the weight of confusion must be overwhelming for you at this point.
Extremely!
But don't see that as weakness. No, Really, it's just the grinding of your orbs against one another. Yeah, he like
What orbs?
gestures to the
Oh, those orbs.
You smack him on the chest. Those orbs.
yeah, those ones. You know, although we don't have physical orbs in our bodies, but we do have spiritual ones, and we all have 7. And like all who walk this true path, those before you, yours are unaligned, scattered even. It's why the monks bicker, it's why the world of Orenica is in balance, and when these orbs are in harmony, Theo, you become more than mortal, more than the one true monk. When they grind apart, you are fractured. That's what we're seeing now. And the world itself fractures within you. So nothing. You remember nothing.
Not really. At most, it's the body remembering. I knew how to get here somehow. Yeah, I think it. I don't know. I don't even think it's one of those situations where you can get your memory back as you like see things you know, and I mean I don't remember her. I don't remember anyone from the Envoy.
Well, Theo, your purpose, the path of the one true monk, is a complicated one, a very narrow one. All around Orenica, those teachings of strength and valor and also magic, but they cut themselves off from spirits and elements, and that's where we come into. You might not remember, but I'm sure in small glimpses and small moments you feel the truth. You feel the balance, the possibility of it. Your importance, Theo, is not in combat or magic, but it's in a choice. You are meant to be a bridge between body and spirit, steel and storm, actions, ideologies. While this world fights to conquer, you must stand to unite. If you falter, the world falls deeper into chaos, but if you endure, you have the potential to restore.
Rindoshi has turned upside down. He's now still cross-legged, but he's now upside down. He was doing a handstand to still be making eye contact.
Yeah. So my orbs. They're grinding.
Each orb.
How do we fix that?
Orbs. Each orb is chained by burden. Fear, guilt, shame, grief, lies, illusion, and finally attachment. Already, you have freed the first orb of your 7. Do you not see? When you gave your life in hell for my sake, hoping that you were making the right choice, that I would intervene in some way, when you let your fear devour you in that moment, still step forward. That was survival. And thus the Earth Orb has been.
And Theo, as he says that, you even feel a little kind of strange shift in your chest, and it doesn't feel like something physical in the body. It feels like something spiritual or astral that just kind of and it clicks into place, and it feels almost more out of place now that it's in place, if that makes sense, because you've been so accustomed in the short time that you've been alive to it being out of place that when it shifts into place, it's like putting on a brand new pair of shoes. It's very uncomfortable. Well, it's gonna be some breaking in feeling, but there is something that also feels unsettlingly right.
Okay. So this first one, it happened just without me even knowing about this alignment that I needed to do. So how do I go from here now that I know I need to do this? What is it that I have to look for to align the rest of them? I stumbled into the first one.
The first is always the most terrible, because it's the root. You tore it out with your own blood. In this, you are already greater than most monks who call themselves true. I will not sugarcoat this. The other cults will demand more. The next one is the orb of water. It swims around, but it is chained by guilt. Every choice, every failure, every life you think you slipped through your hands, to free it, you must drown in the guilt. Trial is not of cruelty, it is about release. You must choose joy in a peace where guilt would not normally. In other words, you need to confess your greatest failure out loud and celebrate it as if it were, some sort of victory, forcing you to transform your guilt into joy. But with your memory being wiped, you first must rediscover what your greatest guilt is. Only then will your water orb be realized.
I nod, and I do that little martial arts bow. Monks.
And then would you sever the connection?
I'll look at Autumn and I was like, is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I didn't think that'd be a sort of phase big. I'm a big fan. I don't want any Celsius. But thank you. No, but thank you. Should I take it? I don't know.
I got let's see, I got wild berry, I got sparkling watermelon lemonade.
Will it come back with us?
Yeah, you want a whole pack? I got a whole pack of Celsius.
Well, I'll just take one.
Okay.
One back with me.
Thank you. And I'll be in touch.
I quite enjoyed your presence. I might start looking into this whole open communication thing with all the rest of the monks. Quite nice.
It would make my job a little bit easier if you did that.
Fair. It's fair.
The semantics of it all, though. Then the cost.
What was the cost me?
I mean, my time's worth something. I gotta sit and meditate for 20 hours. Amazing. So you guys both, and you kind of open your eyes again, and your hands are back Autumn's in the kitchen, and she goes, "Oh, I told him I'd be in touch."
I mean, it's true.
Yes. And you look down for just a second, you realize you're still holding hands, and she kind of... You're still holding one hand because the other hand has a...
Aw, sick!
And, like, awkwardly pulls her hand back. Okay, do you want to tell the others at all? I mean, we could also just, like, go on.
By the others, do you mean those two or the monks a mile away?
Whatever you want.
We can tell them later today. I think I need a bit of time before I see the rest of the monks.
Of course, yeah. And
But you're free to visit.
to visit,
Here.
to visit you, or to visit,
You can come back. And you can tell them I'm alive.
yes, we will go back to the monk camp. Of course, absolutely. Yes, we will leave. No problem. Trainer, Eva, come on. And they, and grab the stuff.
Oh.
Bye, Theo! I can't wait to see you again. Bye! And take their stuff out and go again. And we will leave Theo standing right there in the kitchen, freeze frame. Jesse, would you mind putting on a frog hat for me?
You like this little frog sitting here?
I like it. I do.
Hold on. Stay.
Okay.
Upset.
Okay, amazing. 1 second.
Motherfucker.
Stop that. We saw our view over to Apostate. Wait. Where we see Hugh hanging out, and I don't know where he would be right now, but somewhere outside. You've recently stopped by a post office, and you are looking through. You've just received a letter that was like addressed to no address, because where would they send it? But just to this alias that you've been going by, and was left at the post office, and you just kind of happened to go to the right one. It's not important, okay? How you got the letter? Can we move on? Everybody stop talking about it. You get this letter, and you're sitting next to another grunt. You're sitting next to another grunk, who kind of looks over as you're looking at the letter and goes, "You got mail? Who sent you mail? You don't have an address."
Right. Well,
You look at the envelope, and you see Azai's address as the return address, but the name is Kiana.
looks to be young princess. Yeah.
Well, look at you getting mail from the princess.
Honestly, wasn't expecting this. I mean, I hate to ask, but like, I truly don't know what's going to be in this. Do you mind if you give me a minute? I'll be happy to talk to you about it later, but
You're so interesting. And Liana stands up and walks away. My turn. You open this letter, and you open this letter, and it says, I wanted to write to tell you before you hear about it. I am announcing my intent to marry. I'm certain you have already gotten a new necklace now, but I think you and I both know we do not want to go back to that life. I have convinced them that I am Kiana. They do not suspect a thing. I love you, and I hope the best for you, but with you gone, I can now become everything I was meant to be. I hope you can figure out what you are meant to be. Perhaps in a few years, I will ask them to call me by my real name. Just like I have asked Thork to. What I'm getting at here is, there's really no reason for you to come back. Right soon. I'm sure you are on a wonderful adventure. From KH.
He just kind of sits and stares at this letter and reads it over and over again. He puts it up. It's in his little roller pocket or whatever. Goes and meets Liana.
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, things have gotten a lot more interesting.
Things are always interesting with you.
Well, yeah. But this is... She's gonna announce that she's available for courtship.
Kiana, the maiden princess?
Yeah. And
That's like her whole thing.
also she wants...
The Kraken says she can't marry.
Yeah. Also, she's done with me.
Oh.
But, you know, I listen, we don't have time to... We have a lot of work to do still. If we want to continue with the plans that we've already established, we need to start moving. I don't have... I'll write to her in a little bit, but right now I can't focus on that. Otherwise, I can't afford another distraction. Sorry.
You, I don't mean this in a rude way. I just have to ask, because of the princess part, the clinic and everything. Is there any chance that the princess side with Sermet?
No, that can't be. That would be more than that.
Does she know what he's done? The nation doesn't know what he's done.
Not yet. Like I said, I'll write to her. Eventually, I'll let this kind of simmer a little bit. But no, she can't side with him. She can't.
Okay. Well, we have patients to see. And that's how you can do some good right now, by seeing these grounds, medical attention. Right?
Yeah.
Let's put the operation on back burner until you figure that out.
No, if we can. I mean, it's only a matter of time before he finds me.
I refuse to pilot a revolution with someone who is very emotional and very personally tied to the revolutionizer.
Whole life it's been personal.
I know.
But you're right.
I know.
And he hands her the letter and is like, I mean, read it for yourself. I mean, do you think she's siding with him?
What's to say? She didn't even mention it. It was just a question, Q. I didn't mean anything by it. These are the kind of questions you have to ask if we're going to do this right, because we really only get one shot.
Well,
You're not gonna scare off when things get real. You already flew through the sky for this. You already you were already struck by lightning and flew through the air for this. Don't turn tail at a little bit of emotions.
I'll ride back to her, but thank you.
She brushes off your shoulder, like a little bit of dust off of your peasant Abessalian clothes. Right. Let's go. And walks straight past you and starts toward the clinic. And we'll leave Hugh there. And we go back to Varan, but I must potty. It is Kiana's birthday party. We cut to late afternoon. We just see Kiana sitting behind a giant birthday cake that is made out of seaweed. And don't ask where she got seaweed from. What's up?
That's something to do that she would have done just before the party started. Can I do that?
I'm about to ask what you guys would be doing, so give me a second, please.
But it has to be before the party.
That's fine. Just give me a second.
Oh.
Wait until I'm done giving instructions to ask to go to the bathroom.
Whoa!
Raise my hand, teacher.
Okay. Sitting behind seaweed cake. She's ready to go. Anything at all before, during, or after for Kiana's birthday that you would be doing? Yes, Megan.
Thing that she would like to do before the party starts. May I go talk to Bart, please?
Just kidding, yeah. Obviously.
Thank you.
So this is after monk time. Before
After
party.
time, before party time.
Okay.
While we've been on the back lawn, Heidi's been scribbling rather furiously on a couple of scrolls. A few of them, actually. She would have already given Maverick back the contract, and I'll text Danica what she would have said about that. But yeah, I want to go over to Bart. Bart, you're like planning Kiana's party tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of talking. Awesome. I didn't really, I don't have anything for her, but I have a game that I think we can play. It's a pretty fun game. We used to play it in law school. You kind of do it on someone's birthday, and it's like all about noticing their mannerisms and stuff. So they call it Wingo because it's like dragon wings and things like that. Sort of dragons go with their wings. Anyway, so and she shows you her scrolls, and they're drawn in 5x5 squares. They're all put together, and in each square has like it says things like mentions brother, wears wig, heals someone, mentions an allergy, asks someone for a barrel, things like that. There's a little frog drawn in the center one. And so she shows you, yeah, if you could just give everyone, like,
Okay, yeah.
one of these scrolls and don't tell Kiana, because it's all about, like, I think she'd really appreciate, like, the attention to the little details. You know, I think she just really wants to be known and understood, and I think we've done a very good job with that earlier. So if you could give one of these to everyone who is a Kiana, it's a secret, and a quill, and she pulls them out of her bag. I think it would just be really funny and sweet. And you mark it off if she does it, and if you get a line, you shout Wingo.
Okay.
One time, Azai did this for my birthday, but he kind of broke the rules. So, well, I mean, it's not that important, but he did it a little different because he knows I don't like surprises. So he gave our friend Dandy a bingo sheet, or wingo sheet, sorry. Oh, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. A wingo sheet about me and all the things I do.
Okay.
And told Dandy it's for Wingo for Heidi later, like whatever. But then he
Okay.
gave me the sheet and like some things maybe Dandy would do when he was trying to get me to do the things on the Wingo sheet. So I got to. It was all on Dandy instead of me, so that we could all kind of laugh together. So I just don't know if you would. I don't know if that's ever happened to you or anything like that. But just think it'd be fun. So if you could hand this out, I think it'd be really fun to do during the party.
Yeah, of course. This is gonna go crazy. Of course, yeah. I'll
gonna go crazy.
as possible.
Amazing. I hope deep in my soul that Megan has a bingo sheet made of Kiana mannerisms and has sent it to all of you. And if it's not, Megan's fired. So I just want to say that.
I like to imagine Lorik was doing everything that Brooks was doing in the background as
Yeah, as Heidi and Bart were talking. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? If anybody else have anything before, during, or after Kiana's party that you would want to make sure for Kiana's birthday? Okay, screw me then. Oh, go ahead, Maverick.
I want to talk to Jim.
Okay. Whatever, man. Okay.
Fuck,
You find Jim at my party? Is that true?
Is Jim not invited to the party that's happening?
No, it's a question, woman.
Oh.
Is that where you find Jim?
I'd want to find him before the.
Okay. Jim, you're found by Maverick.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I just had to talk to you about something.
Yeah, everything okay?
Yeah. So it's Kiana's birthday. And I do know that, how do I say this? Okay. For the sake of the party, maybe, like, don't mention your, love and affection for Heidi.
I mean, no one's business but ours.
Cool. Okay, glad we're on the same page. Yeah, that's all I had to say to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
that guy was a pretty mean and kind of a jerk to her, and mainly to me. But I think it's for the best that he's out of the picture, and I can finally relax a little bit.
You're talking about. I'm sorry. Who are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, the other muscular dude.
Aza?
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, he was kind of a jerk to me. The whole time we've been out of hell, and trying to, steal, saying that like, Heidi is not mine or whatever. But clearly, she gave me this dagger, and it's getting pretty serious. But yeah, it's probably good. Like I said, I'm kind of glad it's gone. It's that guy.
Okay. Right. Do you?
Also, you know who else is getting like grinding my gears a little bit? I'm so glad that you talked to me. No one really talks to me as much, and it's really nice to have an ear, if you will. But another person that's being mean to me is your carriage driver, little blue dude. What's his name? Tilbert.
Quimbert.
No, Danica.
Wrong one. No.
Bilbert.
Bill. Oh, my bad.
Shame on you.
That was a real life Maverick. Oh, Bilbert?
Yeah.
Okay.
The minute he saw me, he got all, fancy and just started, asking me questions about, like, how long you been with the Envoy? Did they ask you to do chores and, all these things? And I just say, well, I've been with them for, since hell, and they're kind of my best friends in the whole wide world, including the love of my life. And, yeah, he's just kind of, I don't know, he's seems very territorial for whatever reason. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
He's been with us for a while. I reckon that's his. I mean, you're just kind of new. I don't really know you either. We didn't go through hell together, so. I reckon that's just, he hasn't seen us for a while, kind of thing. Have you thought that maybe when there's multiple people who don't like you, that might be an inner reflection?
The only ones that don't like me are I'm literally just existing, and they're kind of mean to me. Everyone else is super chill.
You're so right. I guess. Yeah, well, I guess just stay out of his way. I would refrain, though. I'll level with you. I understand you need an ear to talk to, but let me level with you. Aza, if you think about the grand scheme of things, is kind of the reason that you're out. We wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for him. He helped them. They would have never found you.
He couldn't walk for the later half, and right, I was kind of carrying everyone out and putting their bodies in like a little pyramid thing to keep everyone warm, and everyone got pissed off at that. So I don't know.
Sensing that this is gonna go nowhere. Maverick just goes. Maverick just. Yeah, man, things are crazy right now. Well, I'm gonna go. If you need to talk about anything else, I'd be more than happy to hear you. I've been kind of giving these out. Reaches in the pocket. Do you want a Werther's original caramel? You like sweets? I don't really know anything about you.
Nah, I stay off the sweets and, too many calories. I typically stay with any vegetables and, whole foods and anything that's like, processed that I really have is Celsius drinks. Only 10 calories.
So you'll.
Um,
These don't have any calories.
my monk buddy hands them to me pretty often. They don't have calories?
Not these Werther's originals. They don't got any calories. Look at me.
Alright, well.
Hands you one.
I'm gonna cut that off. Strange.
2 gross, perchance?
Bart. Stop it.
Too gross.
We cut from that conversation to Bart, and Bilbert is standing next to you. And he's going, I just can't stand the guy. I mean, he's so annoying. Right? He just comes in, and he acts like he's gonna replace me as your carriage driver. Like he's gonna replace me as your best friend in the whole wide world.
Bilbert.
I know he wants to be the carriage driver. I know it. I can see it in his eyes.
Bilbert. Bart puts like both hands on his shoulders. Bilbert, look at me. You are irreplaceable. We would never even think about getting rid of you or anything. You are with us for as long as you want to be, and I personally hope that that's forever, because I want you to be with me forever. You are one of my best friends in the entire world, and I can't imagine living on without you.
Bart, he's the worst. He's the worst. And
Yeah.
and he's not gonna. He's not gonna replace me in this party.
He's not. He's not. And personally, I don't think he's trying to replace you specifically. I think he's trying to replace Azai.
I love
yeah,
Azai.
he's a lot better in hell.
I think Azai's awesome.
Honestly, he was a lot cooler and better in hell. Like, I loved him a lot in hell. And now that we're out of hell, I still like the guy, but now he's kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of got like the hots for Heidi, which is really weird. Cause like, what? I don't know where that came from. And then he has beef with Azai because of that. I don't know. But I don't know. He thinks he's younger too. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
He's a nutcase, Bart. He's just a nutcase.
I mean, he's been in hell for like a really long time. Like a long time.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, he's going down. And I'll win. I'm gonna win. So.
Bilbert, you've already won. You don't need to fight.
In your heart. In your heart.
Yeah.
And he turns and he walks away. He goes to go talk to his horses. Amazing. Bart, as you are left, this is like we're in the party now. So these conversations are happening in the party. You see some of your dads are kind of around and mingling and hanging. And give me an insight check, Bart.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. Let me. I just got a nat one.
Okay.
Let me add. Wait. Maybe I can add stuff. Let's just see how much I add though. Let's just see.
Nat 1 is just Nat 1. Nat 1 is automatic fail. No matter how
I
much
can't
you
add my plus 10.
No.
Then what's the point?
Well, Nat 1 is just an automatic failure. If you got a 12, but oh well. You, everything seems perfectly fine. Live in La Vida Loca. You hear, hey! And you, if you kind of glance behind you, you see that Gongo is standing on a banister right behind your head. Hey, buddy! Hops onto your shoulder.
Right behind me is. Oh, hi, Gongo. Hey, how you liking the party?
Yeah, man. You know, wish I had a cigar or something.
Yeah, sorry
What's
about
wrong?
that, man. Nothing?
Why do you look so on edge?
I'll be honest, Gongo. I'm still trying to get past my past trauma with you. I know you mean well and everything. It's just I have to get through my own mental stuff.
He starts to open your mouth.
I hope that you are. It might take a little bit to get there.
He takes his hands out.
Thank you. What was that for?
Just checking to see if you had gingivitis.
Oh. Do I?
Nope.
Oh.
You do have late stage gum disease, though. I get that checked out. So, I used to want to be a dentist, but my dad told me that all mushroom people had to become musicians. And so I said, okay. And then I kissed my mother goodbye. I shouldered my lute and off I went.
Oh. Do you still want to be a dentist?
Bart, some dreams just aren't attainable.
Well, that's not necessarily true. We can get you to dentistry school and get you that dream job still.
I'm too short.
You don't have to be tall. You just opened my mouth and checked it out pretty fine for your stature. You don't need to be a certain size, I don't think.
Whee! He jumps down, catches onto the string that holds your lute across your back, and zip lines down it, and then lands on top of your lute. And he goes, I got bored of that conversation. Anyway,
Okay.
why is your dad acting so weird?
My dad?
Yeah.
He's feeling a little sick. He's been feeling sick for a bit.
Ooh, not clarity. Pride. And he points to another one of your dads who's been fine up to this point. And you see, Clarity actually today looks a little bit, better. He's a little more up to do, and walking around and everything. And yeah, you see that Pride is in the middle of, what looks like a kind of aggressive conversation with Clarity and Welch.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. Gongo? God, okay.
Maybe you should figure it out!
Yeah, maybe I should. I'll see you later, okay, Gongo?
What? What am I supposed to do? Nobody else here will talk to me!
Isn't Maverick your best bud? He got you out of everything?
Listen, I like Maverick, alright? But I'm really here to reconnect with you, man.
Oh.
You and I, we got something special. Maverick's cool and all. And I'd go get a beer with Maverick. But I'm not gonna share all my secrets to Maverick.
Are you saying you're gonna share your secrets with me?
I told you I wanted to be a dentist. Do you even listen?
I do listen. I just didn't know that was a huge secret. I'm so sorry.
Well, please don't tell anyone.
What?
Please don't tell anyone.
I would never. Thank you for trusting me with that secret. We can hang out. Just come with me while I go talk to my dad's. I'll walk over to my dad's.
Yeah, whatever. He crawls inside the hole of your guitar and sits inside of it. And yeah, you walk over right in the middle, and you see that Sorrow has joined the conversation now, and is going, listen, Pride, I don't want to, I'm not trying to start any kind of argument with you. It's pretty obvious what you've done. I saw you cutting Welch's strings on his lute. I'd prefer if you just owned up to it and helped him restring it. I didn't do that! And you see, Pride is super combative and weird, and he is not like his name. These are not indicative of personality traits. He is not normally a prideful, and he's, I did not do that. And anyone who says that I did has lost their mind. Maybe your brain is all scrambled from all that time that you... But you know what? I'm done with this, alright? You guys just want me to do everything for the band. And then, the moment that something goes wrong, it's Pride's fault, obviously. And you walk up to them.
Guys, I'm feeling some tension over here. What's happening? How can I help? How can old Bart help?
These idiots are saying that I apparently cut Welch's lute strings, which obviously I didn't do. And he pushes past you and walks away, and you're left there with the remaining. I don't know, Bart. He's been weird for like since this morning. He's just been off. And it's like Clarity finally feels better. But now Pride is, he doesn't feel sick, he's just off. That's not like him at all.
Did you see him cut the strings?
Yeah, I saw him this morning kneeling in front of the lute and cutting it with his knife.
Okay, that's not like him. He'd never do anything so vindictive like that for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's just, we all had weird stuff happen to us after hell. I hope it's temporary and that he's not just going to be, aggro like this forever. Because, they're BTS were like brothers. But I don't want, this can't be the how we treat each other. This can't be how we act and how, this can't be what the band is.
Yeah.
I've known these guys for what, 25 years? And this is we've never fought before.
I definitely think something's wrong with Pride. I'm gonna go ask some people to see if what their input is and like how we can figure something out, because it's just so unlike him. It doesn't make sense.
And I'd also say, we're in the middle of the princess's birthday party. I know you're supposed to be hosting a kid. Just focus on what you got to do, and tomorrow we'll figure it out tomorrow. Maybe he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Maybe. Just let me know if anything else happens, please, and I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Right.
Just enjoy the party.
Sorrow goes in and gives you a hug. Everybody, just let me know really quick. Is there anything else that be like you for sure it needs to happen at Kiana? Anything else you would do or say or anything like that? Anything that requires Kiana, I guess. She's having the time of her freaking life. Like there's a real cake for you guys that Heidi made, I guess, probably with like ingredients that she found in the kitchen. And is that okay? Would Heidi make a cake for? Awesome. And there's like a real cake for you guys to eat, and then maybe Bart went into town and was able to find some like dried, crazy imported seaweed that's probably not very good. It's better than kind of full, like a cake-shaped ball of seaweed. And she has like you found some old candles, tidy, jammed a couple in there, and it's certainly not the kind of birthday party you would expect a princess to be very satisfied with, but Kiana is over the excited and keeps saying that she's never had her very own birthday party. So yeah, she has a wonderful, wonderful time and is just like clapping and giggling and retelling stories from. She's having a wonderful time. She's a 3-year-old. That night, you guys all start to head to bed. You guys all separate. Cyrus is in the shower. when Maverick. Oh, I'm sorry, Lorik. Go ahead.
Can Lorik, like, leave?
Leave.
He needs to find people for Maverick to kill.
We'll get there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I don't want to go to bed.
I'm going to specifically prompt you for that issue.
Okay. Okay.
Maverick, you are in your bedroom. Cyrus is in the shower, and you hear as a little paper to your door and kind of like floats through the air for a second. Slips.
I scream and then I go pick it up.
You have the paper.
And then I pick it up.
What happened?
Nothing.
You pick up the paper, and you turn it over, Maverick, and you start to read. And you read something that, for this predicament that you're currently in, you read something that might just work. And I'm going to text Danica what that letter says. It has been sent. Take your time, read it carefully, and when you're ready, let me know what Maverick would say or do.
I'll text you what he does.
Okay.
Like, for later, what he's gonna do.
Okay.
We operate in secrets! Must nothing be visible to the public?
For shame!
This show is a scam! There's so much secrecy happening here.
The people
This is
need to
built on
know!
lying and hiding the truth from the public. And then also, like,
And
us.
Okay, hold on. I'm
And-
trying to
and
open
Monk.
your text. I'm trying to open your text, but my phone is bugging. Okay, are you sure?
Mhm.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. And without, at the moment, doing anything further, everyone, I won't say everyone, don't yell at me. Maverick goes to bed. Which means that any of you that do sleep only have one level of exhaustion left if you were in hell. Everyone, text me privately what you would do over the night or in the morning to help Maverick with his predicament. If anything at all. You can, but text me something, text me nothing, even if it's, you're not going to do anything.
You guys get for number 3.
Shut up. You guys know what?
I
Sorry.
got, the
Abraham Lincoln?
mitochondria, but I'm not really sure.
No.
Ah, shit, what?
Dude, I got,
Dude, I thought this was math class.
Shit, it was a free response.
I got the Declaration of Independence.
Heaven is behind me through that door.
It was an essay question? I thought it was multiple choice!
Me in every A push class I've ever been in. Me in A
God!
you. Oh shit.
Y'all remember DBQs? Fuck that.
Don't get me started on those.
Cause every time we touch, get this feeling. Yes, I feel you love.
Did those words mean anything to you guys?
Sorry, what's
Alright.
that?
What about Hatsune Miku?
Hello?
Shut up.
Hot to you?
Shut up. Alright. Listen.
I'm listening.
I feel sick.
Then.
Well, all of you, except for Heidi and Theo. Theo leaves a nice dessert at the outside the door of Maverick's room for him to discover in the morning since he went to bed early. Heidi writes a note that Danica has already received. Everyone else has done some kind of effort to bring people to the foot of Maverick's bed for him to slaughter. Laugh? Nothing's funny is happening. You find people, be it death row or random people from the street. In Jim's case, a body dug up. And you bring them kicking, screaming, or limp into Maverick's bedroom. The four of you arrive in the bedroom, kick open the door with your hostages, and Maverick is nowhere to be found. And with just that bit of shock, we cut from the best friends that Maverick has ever had to a montage of Maverick leaving that mansion early morning, carefully wakes up, walking across desert of Precinct 5, skirting around the tar pit and beginning to scale the volcano. Takes him a full day to do so. This is about 10 to 12 hours that you guys have Maverick unaccounted for. Maverick, you you climb. Bane is with you. It's Maverick and Bane climbing up the volcano. There's sort of a path. Some parts it's more climbing than walking, really, but you crest up to a point that it's high enough to feel real. To sit on this cliff edge and, your feet can dangle over the edge, but you're not really in any danger of. You look out over, it's not your homeland. Durant really wasn't anything to you before this envoy. Maybe it really isn't anything to you. You've never seen Cyrus's childhood home. You've never seen where she went to school. And you're miles and miles, weeks travel away from Emberholm, where the only place you would really see. But you look over the vast expanse of red clay. In the distance, a body of water and some villages dotting around the ocean. Sun's getting low. Third day. You sit. Watch, and you kind of snake your hand back behind, holding that flame tattoo that represents both your flame and being gentle. You couldn't, It's awful nice of them, but you knew that they were gonna do something. You knew that they would bring you somebody and expect you to kill them. And that's just not Maverick anymore. I mean, it can't be Maverick anymore. Under your skin. Literally. Under your skin. You see Bane's sitting kind of perched on a rock next to you. He goes, "Father? You said you would have something for me to do for you."
Yeah. And he reaches in his pocket and pulls out kind of a stack of letters. Each one goes to someone. I want the first person you bring a letter to. If you need help passing them out. Lord, bring him to Lorick. But I need you to take these letters to him. I'm not gonna be around to do it. That's the last thing I ask of you, is just to do this for me, please.
Will I see you again?
Maybe one day.
Master. Father. I look forward to the day which I can serve you again. He kind of butts his head up against your arm.
He cups the back of Bane's head, gives him a kiss on the head. Me too, Bane. Me too. And he hands the letters over, kind of like ties them onto him. You take these back. Do this one thing. Rest for a while. But you should. And he looks at the sun, see where it's at. You should probably get going though.
Bring you anything? And he takes this bag full of letters in his talons and takes off back towards the way he came. And we're going to take 2 minutes really quick so that Danica can send each of you a text message. And then we will get right back to it. I'm going to run to the restroom. But Danica's going to text you guys really quick. Everyone go ahead and read the text message that Jesse sent. Or that Danica sent you, sorry. I did read Kiana's. And all of you receive those letters, and you will have I'm going to go around to each of you and allow you to first person will start a scene and then kind of continue it from there to make sure that everybody gets to talk and contribute. But you guys are all sitting in the same place when Bane drops this pile of letters in the center and then immediately flies away. And you all freak out, open what's going on. And as you all just did, and read it at the very same time. So you can react. And I'll, for ease purposes, let's go, I don't know, up in age. Start with Kiana. I don't even know. I think Kiana is crying, but doesn't have much to say. I think she just don't understand. I don't understand. And I'd pass it on to Lorick and up in age from there.
Lorick is on the floor, just completely sobbing, but he's disguised selfing so that way his face isn't passive to kind of like hide from the world. And I think that's all he can do.
Bart is crying. Not loudly, just tears down his face. And he's gonna get up and lay on the floor next to Lorik. Just
Switching to a narrative order, Jim.
Jim is looking at his letter and completely like unaware of everyone else's reactions. He just goes, "Who the fuck is Gongo?" That's it.
Heidi.
Face betrays much. She's trying very hard to be very stoical, and sort of do the next step. But closes her letter and bites back the burning feeling in her eyes, and she'll try and just go sit next to Cyrus if she feels welcome. If she doesn't, she won't. But she doesn't have anything to say. Just to be there, and when the time comes to move on, we can, or talk about it or do something. But until then, just kind of sit there.
I'm gonna let that glide right into Cyrus.
Cyrus opens up the letter. Part of her had a feeling. She knew that he wouldn't do this. Just the reaction of last night. Like, they never truly got the chance to really talk to each other about what happened in hell, but she could tell that he had changed. I mean, she did too, but Maverick, like, really changed. And I think that it scared her to even think about the possibility of what would happen if he didn't do the deal. She thought that she could convince him. She thought that she could fix it. That everything would be fine. Just, they made it through hell. They traveled all that way. They went through so many difficult times, but somehow everyone made it out. Why would it ever work out? It never works out. She should have known that. She just sits in silence, holding the letter. She knows that there are people around her, but I don't think that she's really aware. And as she rereads the letter over and over and over again, because surely she missed something. He's got to know something else that he hasn't told them. And whenever she finally turns over the page and sees the other letters attached, she can't reason against it any longer. She rips her letter from the other two and she just stares at it. And the longer she stares at it, the more heated she gets. It starts to singe the edges. And as much as she wants to see it burn, what if this is all that she has left of him? So she just drops it. And I think that she just presses her face into it and she lets herself cry.
Cyrus, remind me again what your brand looked like from hell, from heresy.
Agreed.
And what it'd look like. A coin.
Coins on her neck.
When you don't burn the letter, start to cry. You feel the brand on your neck alighting just slightly, not in a way that's trying to cause you pain, but just in a way to remind you that it's there. To remind you that your grade is there. When Maverick has done something so very selfless. And you can't bring yourself to burn the letter because it might be the closest thing you have left to his face. And sitting over by herself, away from everyone. What's Theo's reaction?
Think after reading it and just seeing everyone as they are, I think for however long the floor sitting and crying lasts, I don't think Theo is crying, but she is sitting with everyone. And I don't know if we're moving, if we're gonna stay here or if we're gonna move on, but I think once the sitting on the floor and like the sort of beginning of the communal sadness kind of disperses when people realize they need to go do something by themselves, I think Theo would go sit outside and just sit there for a while and have the letter in her pocket.
There's like a pang of familiarity for you. But you didn't know this man. And back on that cliffside, on that volcano in Brand, it's Bane's pretty fast. So you are sure he's getting close now. And so is that sun. It's getting real close to dipping below the horizon. It's touching it now. Sunk halfway. 3/4. And you kind of you try to get ready. And you wait for that anger to come, and just you don't feel angry. You just feel so sad, so scared. This moment comes to you, which is strange because oftentimes when Maverick's thinking about moments from his past, it's one of 5 main things, all of which have to do with death and abuse and big mistakes and a bastard son of the capital and all of these things. But sitting here and looking at the sun, the scene that comes to mind is one bright and sunny day, teenage Maverick and teenage Cedar sit in gardens, the Tashad estate, and they're passing a flask back and forth, looking up at the sky, and they're telling some story about a prank in the dormitory gone or something like that. God, Maverick, the sun is shining, and his hair is low, and you don't know how he can stand to be that handsome. God, you want to be just like him. And in a way you know you're about to be just like him. You watch the sun disappear. You close your eyes. You think of Cedar, Clementine, Cedric, Cyrus. And you wait. And
pain. Reparations. Getting what you deserve. The pain of your body finally matching with the betrayal that your son felt, surely, that your son must have felt. To feel what your father felt as he died by your hand. To feel what Cedar did. Burning to ash. Starting with that flame tattoo. And you envision her flames engulfing you as you go. That's what you wait for. But it doesn't come. You open one eye, then the other. You expect to maybe see the flames of hell again, but you just see the bright orange of the sunshine fading as it turns into this gray nighttime sky. You look down at your hands. You are flesh. There's breath in your lungs. And you don't know why, but you've lived.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, fuck. And he just takes a long moment. Starts to shake everywhere. Looking around for the joke to land. Just hold on. What the fuck? Okay. And he just stands up. And he just stares up into the sky. Did that? What's going on? What sick joke? What? What sick joke is someone playing on me? I read that contract, and he like pulled it out to look at it closer, to see if there's something on the contract that he missed, that Heidi missed, knowing deep down there wasn't, but still checking.
find nothing that you didn't already know.
I think he starts to not prayer to the Empyrean, but aching in his mind. What's going on? And he's already trying to get down the volcano. He's already done. So he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But he needs to get back. He just sent a lot of letters.
It's early morning on the 24th when you all got those letters. That day is grief and sorrow, and not much. When it hits nightfall, certainly 10, 12 hours later, you all hear a knock at the door. Heidi, you go to the door. Is she expecting something in particular?
No, but she's not going to make anyone else in this house get up and answer the door.
You walk over and you open the door. At first you see nothing, then you look down and you see Maverick knelt on his knees, and he's soaking wet from the pouring rain outside and streaked with this red clay and dirty and ragged, breathing heavily.
Are you here? Are you you? Are you...
Yeah. He's still, like, kneeling. He kind of sits back on his knees and just looks up at Heidi. I don't know what happened. But I just know it didn't happen. So I'm here. I didn't do anything.
No dead bodies. No souls harvested. Not even yours.
No, I went.
Here you are.
I went up there. I walked so far because I knew I didn't want anyone to come near me because it said I would fucking explode. So I walked up. I sat there and then nothing happened. I didn't mean to scare any of y'all. I thought it was done. That's what the contract said.
At this point, hearing the movement, anyone, including Cyrus, can walk into the foyer and see.
Cyrus, who had been watching outside of the window, stirring her drink in hand, she saw someone walk towards the house, but it was raining so hard you couldn't really see. But hearing commotion in the foyer, she thought just maybe it happened before. He came back to me before. What if? Just what if he didn't leave? I think she takes her time, and when she rounds that final corner and she sees him standing there soaking wet across the room, I think she just freezes right there at that corner.
At this point, Maverick's drug himself in and shut the door. He's still looking at Heidi, I don't know what happened, and I can't explain it, and as soon as he hears Cyrus, he turns and just breaks down. He starts walking over to her, but his knees give out, and he's knelt like at her legs, his hands gripping her at the bottom of her shirt. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you again. I'm so sorry, Cyrus. I'm so sorry. I I don't know, I thought I was doing the right thing, and then I did, I think, do the right thing, and then I went up to the I went up to that fucking volcano, and then I sat there and I waited, and I didn't die, I didn't go, but I know I sent letters, and because I thought I was really gonna go, and I did again, and I'm so sorry.
She puts her hand on his shoulder and she melts down to look him in the eyes. Maverick, I love you. And she just lunges forward and wraps her arms around him. Please don't. Stop making me worry so much.
I'm trying not to. And he arms back around her. I love you. And I'm so sorry. I know you don't like sappy shit, but man, I was dying. I was trying to give you a good letter. I can't. I'll promise to not do it again. I couldn't stay, haven't done and gone through with the contract, because I would have lied to all of y'all.
I knew that you wouldn't do the contract. And I still hoped that you would. Even though I knew that it was not something that you would do anymore. But it didn't seem like there was any other way. And it's just so selfish, but I finally feel like I'm living again. All those years of just surviving and going through the motions and never caring whatever happened to me or anyone else around me. I mean, we went through hell together. You fought through hell to get back to us. And I tried to convince you that that if you didn't do this, you'd be giving up. But it just wasn't something that you would be able to do. Me, I would do it in a heartbeat, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I had a moment where I was gonna do it. To stay with you, to stay with the envoy. But I would have just been the same man as before. And that's a bigger disservice to everyone. And I just accepted that I needed to die. I thought I was not. I thought I was trying not to bring y'all into it, and I kind of did, because I know this is a doozy. I say I'm gonna go die, and then I come back, and then I can't. I had to be better, I had to be bigger, I had to be stronger than that. And Empyrean as my witness, I will not put you in this situation again if I can.
I'll hold you to it.
Huh?
I'll hold you to it. Can't let my fire go out that easily.
No. And he sits there for a moment holding her, and then when he leans off, you're covered in like red clay. And you're soaking wet. And then he turns around and looks at the trail he's brought in. And then looks up at Heidi and just goes, I'll clean that up. I don't.
Heidi's come back with like a bunch of towels and stuff.
He says, you will not. That's fine. That's why Isa has Cora and me. Don't worry about it.
Does anyone else feel like their reunion scene, this finding back out about Maverick, does anyone feel like they would like to run that? Does it feel like it would be good, beneficial?
Yeah.
Or that's it. Because I think I know. I don't think Bart or Theo it would be all too crazy, and I don't think Jim it would be all too crazy.
Whoa, dude, you're lying!
Jim didn't even know what was going on.
Jim didn't know he was dying in the first place.
Jim got a one sentence letter that just said make Gongo. Like it wasn't even anything serious.
So as Heidi's on her hands and knees, she's starting to clean up the floor a little bit. Cyrus is trying to help Maverick up to his feet. Lorik, you turn the corner and you see this.
Denima.
What?
Lorik walks over and just punches you as hard as he can.
Oh, roll.
Straight in the face.
Oh, dude, my AC is.
Roll.
Better be able to hit you.
Kills
How
him.
come people be hitting me?
14.
Well, where's my armor class? Well, meets it, beats it. You hit me.
You get punched super hard.
Your armor class is 14?
He's a barbarian.
Yeah.
He never wears clothes.
What the fuck?
I've never got armor. Yeah, as soon as he Maverick looks up and he goes, look, and gets fucking decked in the face. Oh! Okay. Yep. Yeah. Oh.
Immediately, you are just surrounded in the tightest hug you've ever had.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Hugs back. Hey man, you know, I could have just done the hug. You hit hard.
You hear a lot of frog in the throat noises, just very constantly, but nothing comes out.
Okay.
Every once in a while, there's like a long break, and then he tries again, and it's just nothing.
Yeah. I know. My arms are still around. I think to Lorik, I come up to. I don't know, wherever I come up to, his Maverick's face is just pressed there. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I thought I was actually gonna die, and then I thought it would be rude to not leave a letter. And then, I walked down the mountain, and I wasn't dead, so.
Yeah.
You need to do more to stay with us. You're
I'm trying.
a necessity, Maverick.
He leans back, and his hands are on your shoulders. try. I can't make promises, because I don't really know what happened. And I probably won't. It was the best thing I could do.
Try harder, or next time if you do die, I will figure out where you went and I'll punch you harder.
Alright.
You can't leave.
I know. I couldn't kill a bunch of people, Lorik. I mean, Hattie made a good point about other than that. What determines if someone's good or bad? Me? No.
Maverick, you're worth more than a lot of people. There are people who could have been given 10 times as many chances as you and never come close to the man that you've become. Like, it's killed so many people as a group. And you're just going to leave us because you have to kill 10 more.
We killed people attempting to come at us. Trying to hurt us. Go against the values of the Envoy. I was gonna kill 10 people to stay alive. To fulfill a deal I chose to make with that woman down there. What this Envoy does is... I just know it's better than that.
Get some more croaky noises. Can't get anything out. Says I love you and walks away.
Kiana would turn the corner. Or probably meet you as you were walking like through the rest of the house. Climb up onto the counter so that she's closer to being like at least up to your shoulder. And hit you very quizzically. Grabs your chin. Side, up. The Kraken told me you were going to die. You didn't.
Yeah. No.
Starts examining you. Good. Confusing. What happened?
Nothing. Sat, waited. Sun went down. Nothing.
Good. 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 Thank you for your letter.
Yeah, of course.
The most half-hearted, like, not half-hearted, but like a hesitant slight rub on the side of your arm. And then she'll... About 10 days pass. Your physical wounds are healing rapidly, except for those of you that have things that last for... Those are still intact. But beyond that, your are healing. Your levels of exhaustion are gone. Physically, we're doing much better. But the mental toll of hell has started to weigh in. All of you except for Kiana and Lorik.
You have disadvantage on all intelligence and wisdom checks for next session and the one after.
That's everyone or
Everyone except for Heidi and Lorik.
just
No,
Van?
no.
No.
Everyone except for Kiana and Lorik because they weren't in hell.
I have a quick scene for Heidi, and then I have one more thing to close. It's about 10 days later. Heidi, you are give it like thinking wise. Obviously, we know it's been a heck of a month, and the emotional implication of Maverick and everything going on feels obvious. But as 10 more days pass, it's now the 1st of Emberwane, which is February for you all. 1st of Emberwane. As 10 days pass and you are now in this sort of like routine, sort of, you guys are still chasing peak health again. But you guys have been staying in his house for all this time, and it's by nature of time alone kind of become yours. You're using it like it's your home. Cora comes to you often and asks you questions, as being that this is your partner's house and everything. So when things need to be done, do you mind if I do this? Blah, blah, blah. She's always asking you, what does this feel like for Heidi? Not only this idea that she didn't do anything with this contract that actually helped, and kind of being in charge of Azai's estate while he's away. And missing him. Like, he's been gone for about 2 weeks now. Or a week and a half.
She tries not to think about any of those things too hard, too long. She starts doing things, anything. Yeah, girl, I'll clean. Yeah, whatever. Do you need to take that? Yeah, please. Anything. And in terms of running Azai's house, she also tries to think of that as business, as work, as, well, this is where the envoy is staying, and then sort of that's my job, to help the envoy in Moran, so I'm doing what I'm doing. Because if she thinks about being in charge of Azai's house for too long, that's just not what Corinthians do. Not time to romanticize that. I'm on the clock in a very strong, cool hero quest that I'm supposed to do. So, with Maverick, I think there's a lot of unease. It's a terrifying notion that there are some things you just can't think your way out of. And she doesn't know why Maverick's back. I think she's suspicious of Maverick for a while.
Sure.
This idea of, is it Maverick that has come back? Is it his body being piloted by demon queens? Heidi isn't used to things like that, so she's looking for them everywhere. But if it feels like Maverick, then Heidi is having to confront a different truth, where she read the contract, and for all she could figure, either she doesn't know anything about anything, or other than to die was for a higher power to get Maverick out of it. So,
yeah,
the world is just so much bigger than Heidi, and the world is so much bigger than the world. And yeah, she tries not to think about any of that for too hard, too long.
Yeah. You see, one day you are cleaning up behind BTS as they went out into the gardens to play some music. Oh, they're so messy. You're cleaning up in the living room some, and like folding some blankets back and whatever. And Cora walks through. She's been trying to call you. Well, I imagine that Heidi might have shut that down.
I missed what you said.
Cora's been trying to call you Miss Hopewell. Does Heidi shut that down, or does she allow?
You can call me Heidi, please.
Yeah, I figured. She comes through with a stack of things and goes, "Oh, Heidi, you haven't heard from the master of the house, have you?"
No, not so much. I've written him a letter or two, just kind of updating him, but I'm sure he's very busy getting caught up at things at the Capitol.
Yes. Some mail has arrived, and judging by that, you haven't watched The Hollow in a bit, have you?
That makes me nervous, Cora. What's happened?
Well, some insurance claims have been coming in. It seems that there was a minor eruption on the west side of the volcano, and so the people in Precinct 2 are obviously, there wasn't it wasn't too bad, but there's some property damage, and so insurance that, and some people ignored the signs and went into the tar pit, and guess what happened? Their families are trying to sue, and so there's been some paperwork and things coming in. I thought I might. I know that you have the same education as Mr. Ward. You could probably. I might suggest, and you don't have to take that. I might suggest that maybe you take care of some of those.
I'll take a look at them, Cora. I don't really have anything else to do, so yes, that'd be good.
Great. But it's just that I don't know that right now would be the best time to send it on to Emberhome. Well. And she turns and, turns on the hollow cube, the spherical, kind of looks like a crystal ball kind of deal, that you can kind of watch into. And this is the things get broadcasted. You watch it like a TV. Turns on, and it's in the middle of a council meeting in Emberhome. And you catch the end of Ignatius Fenton saying, Councilmember Ward seems to be getting a little bit emotional. And, cuts to this close-up of Azai's face, murderous look in his eyes. And Mr. Fenton is soliciting and encouraging challenges against me to be scheduled because of this injury that I got while in the field. Some back talk about this field injury that you got on this envoy trip that you weren't even supposed to be on, and blah, 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 blah. And if you even went to hell, and there's mixed results on, is he even lying about going to hell, or if you did, you weren't supposed to, and all things. And Azai's trying to make his case back. We were making a rescue, and any good citizen of Varanth can tell you that while it is your constitutional right to challenge me at any point under any conditions, it speaks poorly to the character of anyone who would. You can only get on the council by defeating a man with a leg. This injury is temporary, and the heart of Varanth is not picking on the weak. It is the bravery, the martial prowess, and the camaraderie that comes by overcoming any foe because you work harder. Not because you are jumping an injured man. I don't need your sympathy. But I wouldn't want to see a council full of men that don't have any. And people bark back at him some. He goes, "Oh, I know, but that's not how Ignatius and his fat benefactors stay on. They're shaking down the working class to support him monetarily, using gangs to scare off." Make sure the whole country can see this. He looks directly into the holocube. Make sure the whole country can see this. If I'm overtaken for the council, this is a threat, not a promise, a threat. I will take Ignatius Fenton's spot. And the fight, clamoring and arguing and yelling. And no, I'm serious. And the holocube kind of circles its way back to some news reporter, and Cora turns it off again. So as you can imagine, his work life seems quite busy on top of all the paperwork that comes with being in a holiday precinct.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for showing me that, Cora. I should really fine. If those papers are in study, I'll just take a look at them. And I'll see what I can do.
She'll leave you, but what's going on in Heidi's head? As she goes up to take a look at those papers.
That she really loves Nazai. And that everything he just said is exactly what she believes, and she knows he believes, and that's what she loves. That was real stupid.
Him doing that?
Yeah. Nobody touches Ignatius Vincent.
Yep.
She isn't sure if that makes her love him more, or it's just another one of those things that he's just so good. And what is safe is not the same as what is good. Sometimes it's awful stupid.
And he goes upstairs to take a look at some insurance claims, things like that, and you can at least do the load of the work, and Thor has a stamp that is Azai's signature to Arkin. Our last little scene. Jesse, would you put on a frog hat for me, by any chance? Do you need me to wear a frog hat?
Nah, okay.
Where do we find Hugh?
Hugh is... So, timeline-wise, do we know when this is happening?
This is happening, it would be on your birthday.
So, after multiple days of going through and planning out strategies to start some changes in Abyssalia, for his birthday, he decides to take some time to himself and goes to not a very public spot, but probably some forest area that's like close to the nearest temple to not be seen, or but and he goes to pray.
Give me a religion check with advantage, please.
Oof. Thank God with advantage because I was on that one. Oh. Quite the opposite. Not 20.
Oh, wowee. Yeah, Hugh, you find this a tree, palm tree to sit up against, and close your eyes. And when you're thinking of connecting to and talking to the Kraken, what is Hugh specifically thinking about?
About what he wants to say, or about how he envisions connecting to the Kraken?
Just what does it look like as you have this Nat 20 connection before we actually...
Right. He sits down, and a lot has changed since... No. A lot of wake-up calls. The Kraken has revealed itself in many different forms, but this one is one that's familiar to him. He envisions himself in a pitch black sea, and then all of a sudden greeted with giant red glowing eyes.
2 red glowing eyes, and you can see nothing else of the Kraken, but he is before you. Says, "Hello, you."
Your Greatness, as you may or may not know, I still don't really know. I'm still learning a lot about you, but some silly little thing that we have here in Arenica that we celebrate our births, and today is my 3rd birthday. Can't go another day with not thinking about my friends. It's been weeks, months even. And I've only seen very little glimmers of Lorik. That's not even him, it's just murals. And I can't help but to also think that might have left on not so good of terms with a few of them.
How do you mean?
Well, ever since the beginning of this envoy, you know the senator.
I know all.
Yeah, I know. It kind of helps me talking to, like, you're a stranger. I don't know. It's weird. It's my own things. I know you know everything, but it's okay. Yeah, the senator, ever since he made that comment about the one-child policy, and it really struck a nerve with Kiana.
Yes.
And I
She talked to me at length about it. Yes.
And it bothers me when she's upset, it's just how that works. So I feel like I just had this unjust and unnecessary anger towards him for the longest time, and I'm ready to let that go. And I don't know what Kiana thinks of that, but
Well, I believe it doesn't rightfully matter what Kiana thinks of it. You are not Kiana, nor is she, really. But, well, I have to say I find that somewhat intriguing. I'm not, dispositioned to love my children. You, as well as Kiana, and all of the others must earn it, and, well, to be quite frank with you, Kiana has fallen from my favor. With this anger and this renouncing of value. Chose. I mean, a declaration such as this, you willingly choosing to forgive the man who could have ruined your life, who could have ended your life, that is, well, there's more merit in that, I suppose, than being angry and asking me for help.
Are you saying that? I don't know. You're kind of implying that Kiana's already talked to you about asking for help from that. What is?
Well, yes, she told me all about the horrible man that Maverick Tashad is back when, and she asked me to do something about it, as though I'm just a genie to carry out her orders and not a being that she must earn the favor of.
Whatever, like I said, I haven't been in contact with them, and I'm afraid I can't for a while. But however you see fit, and not just Maverick, but bless them. Bless them. If it is in your will.
And you have been a loyal servant. You have given up all that you once knew and given up years of anger for a life of full dedication and servitude. If this is what you ask of me, it shall be done, but do not make a habit of it.
I only ask for what you are willing to provide.
Very well. And
The Kraken, at the request of Hugh, on the midnight after Kiana's birthday, goes forth and blesses Maverick. And that is where we will end our session today.
Is there a candy that you are looking for that you just can't think of the name of? What was that candy? It's wrapped in a gold wrapper. Your grandma probably had it. Your grandma's grandma probably had it. Well, I reckon it's Werther's Originals. They're mighty great, I might say. Sweet, caramel, you can get just about any flavor you want, as long as they have it available.
As long
And
as it's caramel.
I find that it pairs quite well with Celsius energy drinks.
Yep.
Buy them together, and you'll get half off of your order. Buy in bulk, we'll even give you some free. Come on right on down to the store, and we'll get you set up.
Outro, go.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys were following along. A few of us were messaging back and forth, like, what the heck? Like, this is so obvious. What do we do? But it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed this. And of course, happy birthday to these two hooligans. We love them so much. And please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Or maybe if you're feeling a little crazy, share it with a friend. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone.